Hello guys, and welcome to episode 98 of my Empire Total War campaign, playing as Great Britain on very hard difficulty. Today we are going to be continuing our war with Russia, which started in the last episode, and we're also going to have to clean up some of these rebellions that have been popping up all over the place. There are a couple of things I wanted to do at the beginning of this episode though before I forget, and the first one is create some rocket ships. We have 24,000 to spend, so let's put it towards those rocket ships. They are actually quite costly. 2,114. That is the same as a third rate. So they better be powerful, otherwise that would be an absolute royal waste of money. But we will see, I'm sure. Then what I'm probably going to do is recruit myself a bunch of second rates, but we won't add those to the queue just yet. We'll do that next time when we have the extra cash. I also really want to upgrade to the steam dry dock so that we can get first rates at some point. That would be kind of cool. They do have 10,000 hull strength, which is pretty ridiculous, like in comparison to a second rate, which I'm surprised we don't have any already in the Navy. That's almost 4,000 more. That's ludicrous. The firepower doesn't actually change much though. Also, first rates have less accuracy and reload skill. So the fact they're tanky is pretty much the only bonus. Anyway, let's see, what else did I want to do? Ah yes, we wanted to go to the Americas and set up our trade fleets. So since I have the cash ready to go, we shall recruit ourselves some Indiamen. How many do I currently have? I've got 6, so I can have 14 more in this particular merchant fleet. So we shall try and build 14 more. I think I probably have enough trade fleets in the area in order to do that. I wonder if we upgrade to better ports, can we get ourselves better trading ships? I don't think we can. I think that's purely a Spanish thing with the galleons. So that is 4 already. And now we just need to find 10 more ports. That's 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Alright, that's all of the Indiamen building. They will take 2 turns and then we shall bring the fleet together and send it off to South America. Now what we can do is go through our armies. At Istanbul, we're probably going to have to stay there for a little while, since the public order is pretty trash. But what I am thinking of doing is getting myself some cavalry. And the best bet's probably some light dragoons actually. Or some regiment of horse. Because I'm not a massive fan of the heavy cavalry, they just seem a lot slower. And they're not actually that much better in melee combat. So, although their stats look a lot better, they're still very weak to infantry. So you can't charge and leave them in combat, you have to cycle charge them. And because they're slow, they don't get out of combat quickly. So it's a massive issue. But the light dragoons, they can at least fire from their horses, I think. So it would be useful to have those, and then I can also use them to charge things like cannons. We'll just add a couple more in that city. Meanwhile, at Athens, what do we want to do here? Well, we're still waiting for the replenishment, but I think afterwards I'm actually going to go and attack Greece and just wipe them out. Over in Algiers, we will probably want to remove this army from this position at some point. If I just leave all the militia units in here, is that okay?
Any further orders?
It is! Huzzah! Okay, let's get onto the ship then.
Yes, Captain. Waiting.
And we'll have the ship go around and pick up the rest of the units from Tunis. Hopefully we can. And then we can either attack Tripoli, or we could maybe even go and attack the Knights of St. John, which I am tempted to do. We'll just wipe out another faction.
On our way, Captain.
Right, let's just have him move over here.
Ship's orders.
And we'll pull out these men and get them aboard.
Away, boys.
Wonderful. Are they actually in range? Well, they would be. Nice. So we'll move over here. And hopefully we can declare war and just land straight away.
All hands
Beautiful.
ready.
We bypassed the navy since we weren't at war either. So that's worked very well for us. Let's demand their surrender. Of course they're going to refuse it since it is their last settlement. So we'll assault it on the battle map. Yeah, this will be nice because it will give us a free province and we'll wipe out a nation in one turn. And the thing is, now in this campaign, all of the factions will eventually just declare war on us because they will see us as tyrannical for just wiping out everyone we're currently at war with. Well, we can make a breach nice and quickly, so this won't be too bad. Let's just have all of our artillery line up on the same wall. We'll have all of our infantry just spread out like so. And my general behind. Beautiful. Right. End the deployment. And we need all these guys to just fire at the wall. That wall's going to be gone in no time. This is speeded up. Hopefully those cannons on the walls won't hit us. Yeah, we've already wiped out half the cannons by just doing that. Great. So we didn't lose any cannons. Right, that's the breach. Let's grab some forces and move up. I'm probably just going to tell all of these to limber again. And we'll move up one of the experienced ones to the breach. Time for the slaughter. Probably good to have these guys running into position so they get there before the cannons do. I could also move forwards the howitzers. They're probably decent on this right hand side. We could also get some infantry to cover off our flanks. I'll bring the other cannons close, just so that they aren't left out in the open. Oh, here they come. They've already lost quite a few men, actually. I don't know if I missed some of them being shot there, but that's interesting. They won't last long under the volley of 4 entire units, I hope. I'm going to charge them because I really don't want them to hit the cannons. Right, let's turn off fire at will. And we'll just crush these guys nice and quick. Perfect. And take them off melee mode. Put them onto canister and start shooting through this breach. I think we're maybe a little bit too far away. I'm not sure. Oh, never mind, they are coming. That's all good. Alright, let's unlimber these guys. We'll put carcass shot on and start firing at the breach as well. Oh, that infantry just got absolutely raked by the canister shot. And any units in the breach will continue to get hit. The main reason I wanted those howitzers there was so that they could hit the units on this ramp, because they don't tend to move off it, but it looks like they have. So it's a little bit different in this case. Good to see them doing a little dance though. Always nice. There are actually some line infantry up on the wall. They still have another whole unit of line infantry, so I'm a little bit wary of that. Not sure if my howitzers can hit them. We shall see. They did a little bit. I think they killed like a couple men. Let's stop these firing. I'm going to limber them again. And we're going to move our men forward slightly. Hopefully that will encourage them to come out of the breach. Because I think that's generally what does it. Yeah. Is how close your units are to the breach. Okay, here comes the line infantry. That's good, that's what I wanted. Although saying that, the cannons didn't really fire where I had hoped they would. Ooh, okay. I didn't realise I still had those ordered to attack that particular line infantry unit, so that didn't go too well. Alright, they're all running away. Fantastic. probably just slaughter them as they try and run. Taking a little bit of friendly fire there, but I think that's most of the decent infantry units taken care of, so we can now move in with our units. Onto the breach, men! Get through there. These Farlock armed citizenry shouldn't stand a chance. If my other two units start pushing through. And they are shaken. I would like it if these routed before the other Firelock armed citizenry turn up. Although it seems as though they're just gonna sit there and fire at us with the first two men, so that's okay. Might be worth just attacking them in melee. The general's still alive, I think, so that's not really helping. I should maybe try and kill him. See if we can get rid of him. That will allow us to clean up the rest of the units much quicker. Alright, form up, men, and shoot the general to pieces. He's still alive. He's like the last man standing. He must be. Unless we killed him earlier. No, he's probably over there. Well, we'll end the battle there for the heroic victory. 74 men lost, killed 1,256. And goodbye to the Knights of St. John. Easy done. We'll just camp out here for a little while. This is a dry dock. Actually quite a high level port. I guess we'll keep that. There's quite a lot of options for recruitment. I think it's the same as Gibraltar. But yeah, that's nice. Next up, we will take out the Barbary states, and then from there we can move our army towards Cairo and start hitting Egypt. So, moving through the Mediterranean nicely with good old Eugene Hill. I'm just thinking it might be worth upgrading the roads here so that we can move through Africa quicker. But all seems well. I don't have any more troops really that I want to move anyway, so yeah, that's fine. Let's go back into the lists and we'll see what else we have to do. So there is a small army here which has 2 artillery pieces and a line infantry. If we sallied forth, it would be with our own line infantry and 2 6-pounder horse artillery. Not a massive fan of that at the moment. It might be worth just picking up some cavalry. I think I'm going to do that. We'll grab a couple cavalry at Hanover. We also need to build the walls here, since I destroyed them previously in order to make them only level 1 rather than level 2. So I'm going to have to make sure that I remember to do that. Otherwise, if Sweden attacks Hanover, we lose that very, very quickly indeed. And I have no army nearby in order to protect it. It may be worth, because of that, recruiting a couple troops at Berlin, for example, that I could then send to Hanover to help defend. Well, it seems we can only afford one for now, so that will have to do. Right, back into the lists again. The one at Istanbul is not moving. This fleet, it does need to move back towards Britain. I'm probably actually going to take this guy over to... Yeah, we'll take them over to Hanover, because I probably need a general at Hanover. So Samuel Russell here can be that general. Right, moving out and attacking this rebellion, we should do at some point. But for now, not going to bother. I have so many armies that I'm just like not moving at the moment. Many militia, especially at Poland. Actually, at Poland we could probably sally forth and attack the rebels. We have enough men. Let's just leave a couple of militia here just in case.
Anything more?
It's not completely undefended, and we'll just go and smash them. Fight that on the battle map. So this is probably the best formation actually, so we'll just leave it as is and walk towards them. Although saying that, why are they coming towards me? Just going to stop my men where they are so they're prepared to fire at the dragoons if they get close. I think they're just going to go for straight up cavalry charges. Right, let's just get into position here if we can. I'm just going to tell all of my men to fire. Oh, they're going for my general unit. I think that's probably on purpose. And they have made him rout. Well, I guess he is just a militia unit, after all. He should recover. They definitely lost more from doing that than we did. I'm not sure where this gap came from. I'm guessing it's this unit, like running after the light dragoons, but it's okay. Alright, let's carry on moving forwards with our units. Very good. I've got a militia unit there as well. Should probably keep these as spread out as possible. What's the 6-pounder horse artillery doing? Don't tell me they're charging us. That would be ridiculous. Annihilating them there, that's lovely. Let's just charge this artillery before it unloads in our face and fires canister. Surprised they are standing as long as they are. Militia are so bad. Militia must be so damn bad. I'm not too concerned about friendly fire if you guys are wondering why I'm layering my men so much, but I guess on this side there is also a hill, so they are firing over the top. Not too bad. We've almost won actually. I think we're going to want to charge them down and do as much damage as possible. I'm hoping we can catch up with the militia, that would be good. Oh, we managed to get ahead of them actually, so that's not too bad. And we're not going to catch up with those horses, so we'll have to end the battle there. Alright, not bad. And that killed the rebels. Perfect. Let's go get back in that settlement, and it looks like the nobles are fine, but the peasants are still angry. Well, we will replenish these guys. Actually, is there much point in replenishing them? I don't even know. Probably a waste of money. Yeah, we'll just leave it as is. I really want to move out this army from low. Best bet's probably go and attack this smaller army on the way to Kiev. So let's bring them out, and we shall leave behind the militia, or maybe send the militia elsewhere. We'll just bring the militia with us for now. We can leave them at a whatever settlement needs it. As low is fine. Cool, so let's move that army. Just trying to work out where I was in the lists. Ooh, they're not very happy at Vienna. We're gonna have to sort that out. Do I have any militia nearby that I could send back? I don't think I do. That's not good, because if we get a rebellion there that I can't deal with, I'm gonna be in a pretty tough spot. Yeah, I'll have to recruit some more militia for this turn.
Sir,
I guess I could send back this militia unit as well.
forwards! March! Any further orders?
They really aren't happy. That resistance to foreign occupation is still pretty high. Oh, I should definitely fix up that at some point. We'll have to do that in the next turn. We have an Iron Master's Works, which is prosperous, that is currently not making 1,400 region wealth. I think it may also contribute to disorder. Actually, maybe not. Oh well. Right, what I'm going to do is we're going to put it by soldier order, because that way we actually just get all of our big armies first. And we can move them. Much easier way of doing it. Because all the ones at the bottom will just be stupid militia units that I don't care about. Do we want to move out of Minsk and attack this Russian force? Probably a good idea, actually. Just because that Russian force is not very good. So I think we're going to do that. And we shall fight it on the battle map. Alright, so this is kind of annoying as a map. I guess it gives us good cover against all of their artillery, but I kind of like to have a place to put my own artillery. The only place I can see is up here, but that hill is in the way. It might be worth just keeping them mounted and then moving up to that hill. We'll have to keep a few units nearby then, so I think we'll probably deploy like so. Yeah, let's do this. Ooh, those units are completely vulnerable. Go, go, cavalry! Go get them. And we'll bring those cannons up to the hill. So this is what the yeomanry are perfect for. It's just wiping out cannon crews. And they're the cheapest option for doing so, so it makes sense. They're also very fast. You see their charge is way faster than any heavy cavalry. That's the entire unit of artillery wiped out. They just don't care. I need to spread my general out. Forgot to do that at the start. Get the men. I need to like surround them. And then give the order. There we go. 2 units of artillery dealt with in quick succession. Lovely. There is another couple units of artillery here. Maybe we're having some sort of line battle in the woods. It's not a good idea. I don't think that's really going to work for either side. Do I even want to deploy my cannons right now? I mean, I don't even need to. I guess we'll move them up to here and maybe I can deploy them. Oh, I do need to be careful of that unit up there. Their hand mortar company behind those walls. That's kind of awkward. Let's just spread that unit out and charge. I'm probably just going to charge these hand mortars as well. Oh, okay. There is the household cav coming in. I managed to click the square button before they hit the lines, so I think we win. Right, let's just charge into the hand mortar company. If it will let me. I really don't want my cavalry to be there right now. Don't stop. Oh my. That was so bad. That was so bad. How's this line battle going? Why are my men so much worse? Like, they should have the same disadvantage as we do. And they've killed like 20 more men. Alright, let's just charge on, because my cavalry's been wrecked. And we'll charge into their 12-pounder foot artillery squad as well. Let's get that unit over here. Still have this unit of line infantry to deal with, but I'm just going to leave them for the time being. What I might be able to do with these cannons actually is try and line them up alongside this line. We can shoot down there with the cannons. This hand mortar company though, I tell you what, they're beasts in melee combat, especially considering they're using their hand cannons to fight. They've absolutely demolished my unit. 95 men. They've killed like 70 of my guys in that regiment. I mean, they're technically grenadiers, but the fact they're fighting with their hand cannons leaves a lot to be desired, I'm sure. Or some point blank shots, lovely. I'm probably just going to charge these guys from all sides, especially once that volley's gone through. Alright, how are they doing? 31 men left. Right, we got them. Slaughter them, men! There's like 6 of them left. That's fine. Let's just have that one stop. That one can just go into firing mode and maybe we can shoot the last of them with a volley. Absolute firing squad. Okay, the hand mortar company is dealt with. Let's move on to the last. I don't really want to be in canister range, I just want to fire the cannonballs all the way down the side here. We'll kill a lot with each shot. If my cannons actually want to hit the mark. They should be fine. Okay, that one was a decent shot. I might actually start moving behind them with my infantry, just so that we can catch them when they try and run away. Or I could just bring my general up, actually, that would be a good idea. Then we can just run them down. Because I want to make sure the army's destroyed if I can. A couple more nice shots would be perfect. Especially from this right-hand cannon. This one right here. If he gets a really nice shot down the line, it could do so much damage. I don't know if it's quite the right angle. Still doing a fine job though. Taking out 50 men already. Oh, there goes another bunch. Come on, cannons. They really are missing. Like, considering they've had how long to get on target, they're still missing wildly. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. I think I need to, like, manually tell them where to aim, because they're firing at, like, the far side of the formation. Oh, that was a good hit. That's what I was looking for. Perfect, right. Let's continue. We'll stop those firing. And we'll let my general just run them down. Almost there. 12 men left. They almost made it to the edge of the map, but not quite. Lovely. Close victory? I wouldn't say so. 363 lost. Maybe a little bit more than I would have liked.
Immediately.
Somehow they survived. That's okay. Well, we'll just move back to our settlement for now. I will replenish these guys, although I don't have enough money to do so. Alright. Alright, can we move out this force? Yeah, I don't think we can. Nope. We are going to want to build walls here at some point as well. And we are going to want to move out that army. And I think the rest of them are just militia forces, right? Yeah, okay. So our armies are all done. Just our navies now, which I think for the most part have been moved. This sloop is going to want to head back to Europe, I think, because he does have a gentleman on his ship. So let's head back to Europe. And I think that's everything done for this turn. So let's move on to the next one.
Reef sails. Let me.
So Russia's going to be heading back towards us. Oh, that's a large army. There's a lot of large armies. This is going to get grim very, very quickly. We might have to defend against a few attacks before we actually go on the offensive. Because I feel like Russia's been saving up for this one. Ooh, Maratha Confederacy. Hanging out with a big old army. And maybe a little bit too close to our ships though. Greece declared war on us. Okay. I don't think that's good for them. What was the purpose of that? Right, we have a missionary. That's our College of Divinity, that's fine. Let's just go through our what do you call them? Notifications, that's the word. We're going to send this one to Istanbul. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do here. One thing I am going to do before I forget is fix up this over here. Okay. But next time round we can just attack Patras and that will wipe out Greece. So that will delete their navy, their armies, all that good stuff. We are in range to attack this fleet. So we can just wipe out this army without even fighting it. So there's a lot of stuff we can do. New British Marriage Act. A new Marriage Act has been put through Parliament and entered into law. From now on, formal church ceremonies are required, putting an end to the many common law marriages in Britain. There must also be witnesses present who must add their signatures to the certificate, in addition to the signature of the minister performing the marriage. An age of consent has also been introduced, meaning participants under 21 years old must seek the consent of their parents, and marriages between males aged under 14 and females aged under 12 years are banned altogether, regardless of parental consent. Children of marriages that do not meet all these requirements may not inherit. Alright. Oh, look at all those Russian armies. We have awoken the beast. We've moved that guy. That's trait gained, fine. Enemy raids, that's all good. We can definitely go wipe out these guys at some point. I'll probably do it with this army in Moldavia. Research points per turn for military technologies. That's cool. Although I doubt we'll actually end up using that. A successful mission in Jerusalem, successful mission in Cairo, and successful mission in Tripoli. Good. Rebellion at Rumelia, that's the Rumelian rebels. They have some Janissary Grenadiers and some Samat Janissaries. Pretty cool, actually. Get to see some of the units that we didn't fight against. Workers on strike, that's all fine. Let's see, so Hanover's now defended. Did they move that army? They didn't. They actually just dug in. We built the extra line infantry at Brandenburg. Okay. Well, let's move those into Hanover. I'll start building that fort before I forget as well. Few buildings constructed and technology advances. Nice, we get platoon firing next. That's fantastic. That's definitely what I wanted. It may be worth using this modern university, what's this, Heidelberg, to do that technology. It'll probably take less time, right? Yeah, way less time. Because that's the place where the guy had extra research point for military, so... Seems like a good idea. And we have the rocket ship. Your nation has launched a rocket ship, the first of its kind amongst your rivals. This vessel has a wide deck to make room for the devastating batteries of rockets that are its main weapons. Although not the most accurate form of attack, rockets are deadly when fired en masse at an enemy ship. New port emerges. Trading port, thank you very much. And another one over here. That will also be a trading port. Fabulous. Do I want to fix up any of these? I don't think I do. Not yet, at least. This is very poor. We're just going to make that into a church school. Just trying to remember where the seminaries were that we deleted previously. also one here. That's another very poor. Get our church schools going to spread Protestantism. Alright, well, unfortunately guys, it has been my time. I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, what we're going to do is wipe out Greece, hopefully knock a few of these rebellions on the head, and also prepare for the bear, the Russian bear, to attack us. We'll see what happens. That's all though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.